What's up? What's up, YouTube? How you doing? Alright, so I'm up. It's late. It is, and I'm sorry it's late, but I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd make this video. And I worked out a little bit to get the blood flowing. Anyway, alright, so where do I start? Alright, so today's video is basically about the awakening, and it's also about the sex trafficking. So I don't know. I would name it what I think I should name it after. Sorry, but I don't come up with great names sometimes before when I'm about to do a video if it's a spontaneous one. Anyway, not much time, so let's hurry. Alright, so basically you're hearing about the sex trafficking, right? But the sex trafficking has been going on way more longer, and we know this. For those who have been in the know, we know this for sure, that people have been missing, been vanishing in such a way that no one knew where they went. But the ladies, where they went, I don't think the ones that never found their bodies, I don't think they was ever killed. I think what happened was they was in sex trafficking, and that's some creepy shit. When you think about it, it's some creepy shit. Alright, so basically my thoughts on this is that, alright, we're just now getting told about this thing, and now they just now starting to tell you how a sex trafficking vehicle looks like. We just now starting to see it because I guess some good Samaritan came out of the woodwork and took a picture of it, and now we know how they look, because you heard about sex trafficking, but you didn't know how it looked like. It's been in front of our face the whole time in certain places, and now we know how they look. Now, with that said, in the movie Get Out, Jordan Peele was trying to tell us, but he added another flip to it too, and made it like on a more racial tone, right? But that's not the only thing that's going on. That thing was a two-edged sword that he put out there, because he was talking about how they are taking us and brainwashing us, like how they did Kanye. And then he's also talking about the sex trafficking. You know what I mean? Because it was women in there too. It wasn't just the guys. It was women also. But the guys, they was taking their body and their organs and stuff, and also taking their mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been in our face. They've been telling us the whole time. And so basically I have a video I'm going to show y'all in a few. And people are waking up, which is awesome. They're waking up. And how we know they're waking up is because, you got Krazybone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. They have a podcast now where they're talking about the truth on YouTube. At least it's on the tube. And they've been saying everything that we've been saying. So if it's reaching folks who was once celebrities and stars and great hip-hop artists, they are putting their reputation out there, and it's like, screw it, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is, saying the same thing about the chemtrails, all these things, then things are getting real. It's really getting real. So anyway, with that said, I just want to say that this goes deeper than just sex trafficking. What's happening in America is way darker than what we think. Like, think about it. If what we finding out now, they're letting us know that's the little things that's huge in our society, and it's a big problem, it's a big no-no, you like, that's creepy. Just imagine, I hate to say it, but just imagine if you have like fucking aliens walking around also. Like, if you think about on your whole time, if you just went and erase your mind, right? Erase your mind, and you just thought about it, was like, hey, okay, we got sex trafficking, we got pedophiles that's out, we got murderers out there, sicko murderers, we got folks who are posing as swingers and murdering folks. We have supernatural stuff going on because the veil is lifting. So it's like you got supernatural shit coming out of the woodwork. Like, and that's another video for me to explain. But anyway, It's a lot of stuff happening. So if you imagine, the government knows a lot of stuff. And so imagine if they just let this stuff leak out of what they could tell the press and tell us. Imagine just how much shit they know that's worse than that. Like, it's got to be worse and darker. So that's a scary thing to think about. On top of that, I wanted to say, like, man, really, really, really start, like, watching what y'all eating and what y'all drinking. Like, really start doing so. Um, Fast food, the food is starting, like, it's obvious now. The food is like lab. It's like it's lab produced food. Uh, where I work is one of the number one fast food chains up there. They're one of the top up there, and like their food, I must say that their fucking burgers are not real. Sorry for my language, but the burgers are not real. There's no way you could cook a burger in like 1 minute and 35 seconds. There's no way. There's no way. The meat is not gonna be done. We're having problems now where the quarters are not cooking right, and there's blood still in it. It's still pink, but it looks done on the outside. Um, it's like a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening that we knew what it is, but like even in Good Burger, that's what I meant to say. I was just watching Good Burger, and they were showing back then. They were showing you what they doing to the food. Like they were telling you that they steroiding the food and chemically enhancing the meat. Like, you know what I mean? When they showed where they were dripping, I have to show you that clip. That's gonna be one, and I'm gonna make a video on that. That's another video. But basically, the food was coming out, and it was like, it started off like this small, that thin. It was like that thin, and it was like that round, right? Like that round. When they dropped the chemical on it, it went from being like small and thin and round, small and round, to being like a big Angus burger, and they were selling that. Like, and I was like, yo, it looked exactly what you look at on the store. That's what it looked like. A perfectly cut sirloin round steak, or a perfectly cut sirloin. I mean, not sirloin, but a perfectly cut hamburger. So it's like, yo, like, what are they eating? And then you're eating that, and then you come back and you eat it again. So it's like, I know that if we live in a world where it's like, okay, we do this and we don't care. We're going to die someday. But that's a really messed up attitude to have. I mean, if you're suicidal, okay, that's fine. But we're talking about kids that's eating this stuff. Kids are eating this. And the worst attitude to have is, we all going to die. You know what I mean? We're all going to die anyway. If your life is bad and you don't care about your life, that's one thing. Go ahead. Kill yourself. Do it. Don't play with it. Just do it. Because, I mean, what I'm getting at is, and what I'm trying to feel is, how can you say that you're a good, productive citizen, or you're a good human being, even a human being, and you don't care what goes into your own body? Like, how can you judge the next man who does crack if you eating things that's worse than crack? That's pretty much worse. Because what's in the food is so terrible. Like, I would say this. If you eat at any place where it is nice and your food digests right, it goes down perfectly, that's real meat. You know what I'm saying? It haven't been tampered with so much. But if you eat like at Burger King, somewhere like Burger King, and you go and you eat the food, and like right after you got to use the bathroom, your body's telling you that that's not real food. It's not natural. I'm trying to tell you. But now back to this trafficking. They let the cat out of the bag about the trafficking. There's something worse about to happen. Because if you notice, whenever they tell you about, like, for example, the human organs, everybody knew about that. That came out, right? Human organs. Then they made horror films about human organs, right? Then you knew about that. So you knew to be watching out for your kidneys. Now they tell you more about human sex trafficking and how big it really is. Like, It's been going on for years, and lots of folks been taken. So, what if those missing people was actually being held captive as sex slaves? That only makes sense for why there was nobody found and they never came up. They're held somewhere captive. Now I watched a video where it was creepy as hell. When I watched it, I put myself in her shoes, and I was like, that had to be some scary shit, even though it's a movie. Is imagine you had like a photo shoot, and all of a sudden, uh, you had a photo shoot, and all of a sudden, you just decide, they want to see you naked. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, and you just like, no, and then like you get done with the photo shoot, and next thing you know, you being like dragged out and put into a car, and you know what I'm saying, they drug you up, and you wake up. When you wake up and you come out, you in a room. But when you're in the room, you're in the basement on a little matted floor, on a hard cement floor. And when you finally do escape this place and you try and get help, you look around and you see that things are written in different languages, whole other language. You ask somebody, where are you? And they tell you in freaking Russia. Do you know how scary that shit is? Like, that's some scary shit. Like, imagine, it's one thing to be kidnapped, but you still on American soil. You still in America, or you still in the same town. But it's a whole different ball game when you in a whole nother land where other folks are speaking another language where you really might not be able to communicate with. And then the crazy thing about it was, damn, they had people that was in the inside that when they tried to go and get help, they would hurry up and beat the authorities to it, who was the real authorities, and act like they're a social worker to help them, and they end up taking them right back to the spot. Like, that's some scary shit. And it's best believe it's happened. Best believe it's happened. Now, with Americans, we think, okay, this can never happen. That's stuff you see in movies. But you must understand the things that they put in movies is actually the truth. And the things they put on TV, or should I say the news, the things they put on the news, that's actually the movies. Alright? Celebrities say it time and time again. Do not believe what you hear on the news. Don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always the way they try to paint it. You know what I'm saying? And so, with that said, Krazybone, he been bringing up a lot of subjects that are good and breaking down how they're doing the depopulation control and all that. But he said something that I wanted y'all to hear, and it's probably gonna be a little lengthy, probably like 8 minutes, I guess. Not sure, but every point that he says is gonna be truth, and the only way that you're going to be able to, in this time and age, a president is not gonna save you. Okay, stop looking for a freaking president. It's not the thing. It's like you going. It's like the horror films when they're in a crazy town. They try to go to the sheriff, and the sheriff is always in on it. You know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10, the sheriff is in on it, on the thing. So wouldn't you think your president would be in on it? So the whole thing is, stop looking for president to change what we got. It's not happening. Okay? Sorry. It's not happening. No one's going to save you in the office. It's not. Because their agenda is all, they're all on the same agenda. No one gets in that seat other than JFK that's going to be told the truth fully and operate for the people. No way. No way. Get that out of your head. So anyway, with that said, because I ain't got much time, I'm going to go and let y'all see this video real quick. I'm gonna go in my little laboratory thing. Alright, so here.
Realize that the only way to be successful in their plan is if they kill people off in massive amounts. There's no other way around it. They've been telling us this for years, but we've been so right now we're looking at a presidential impeachment that got our attention right here, while the works that they're doing is still going on while we glued to those TV sets. Again, wake up and stay woke. So we're going to move to now and talk about the people behind the agenda. I'm afraid so, people. These people have been meeting secretly for over 25 years with this plan. Yes. They're so puffed up with pride, money, and power that it's literally driven their asses insane. Yeah. For them to be thinking like this, they are insane. This is why God had it right when he warned us that money is the root to all evil. Because the love of money, yeah. This is nothing but evil. This is nothing but evil. And money got them on this trip. Money got them thinking that they can determine who lives and who dies. Yeah. Almost playing God. I'm like, that's their plan. It's said that Oprah Winfrey is to be the mouthpiece and the representative of the black people to get us all to submit to this evil plan. I hope that ain't the case. I really do. But the overwhelming evidence speaks for itself. But I'm just hoping that it's not Oprah, baby. Damn, Oprah. But I can understand it. This is why I'm seeing. Now, this is why my mind state takes me like this. Now, I don't know for fact. But I'm saying I see the success in her having television networks and shows like that. Now, the ones that she's up there with another face, Ted Turner. So every time you're watching the channel USA or USA Network, or you're watching the TNT Network, hell, he got two. So you got TNT and he got USA Network. So when you see, and also Ted Turner is one of the richest and one of the most wealthiest landowners in the United States. And I'm going back to Oprah, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, look how she's been empowered. You know, she can do just about anything she wants. Pretty much. Remember her TV show? You get a car, you get a car, everybody gets a car. Now who gonna get it? I ain't never seen nobody do that. These people have unlimited spending power. Yeah. Look how many people are obsessed with Oprah and they're not knowing that she's planning. If this is true, she's planning to lead everybody into a death trap. Yeah, man. And billionaires thinking a little different. I don't even know if billionaires, they're up a little bit more than billionaires. These people are kind of past the regular normal bracket where they thinking, man. Now, the reason we wanted to do a follow-up to this show is because I wanted to go more in depth and really explain the levels of evilness involved in this plan. Now, I know after hearing all this information, a lot of y'all immediately went into panic mode and became overly anxious. Niggas went to the store, stocked up on rice and canned goods, water all every place. Water, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, it's cool to be prepared like that for natural disasters anyway. Right. But let me tell you, if you arm yourself with the knowledge of God, oh yeah, you don't have to worry about nothing at all. Yeah. If you're truly rolling with God, not one weapon formed against you is going to prevail. Not when you're in Christ. You know that. See, this is where I'm about to lose a lot of you non-believers out there, right? And I hope y'all stay, and he do too. How I know a lot of what we research is true is because it matches up with Bible prophecy. Yeah. You can remain in denial all you want to, all you choose to, but the proof is there. We are living in the last of the last days. Everything God told us we would experience in these times, we are witnessing firsthand. That's right. So there will be no excuses when he blows that trumpet. Yeah. The revelation, not the revolution, is being televised right before our eyes. Whether you see it on TV or on the internet. The revelation is being televised. I like how you say not the revolution, because that's what they got our mouths watered for and things like that, looking forward to some race war or something like that. That ain't the thing to pay attention to. Real talk. All the propaganda we see here on earth, from the entertainment, social media, racism, it's all a plot to keep us distracted, engaging in things that don't even matter. You think the powers that be give a damn about racism? They got black people in their squad. Sure do. You know what I'm saying? That drama they cause themselves amongst the people, but their agenda is to wipe out any and everybody necessary, regardless the color or race. nothing to do with no colors. So all y'all white people running around like you're the superior race? Okay. That ain't what the powers that be is going to think about you. It sure ain't. It's about pay. It really ain't even about money no more. They passed the dollar. It's past that. We're all in the same boat. I read a lot of the comments on our first podcast and about the issues, and a lot of people were saying that this has nothing to do with God. And you know what? You're absolutely wrong. These people have concocted a plan that is totally in opposition to God's plan. Talk to him, G. God told us, be fruitful and multiply and populate the earth. Right. Man is telling us the earth is overpopulated and some of us need to die. God tells us he is not impartial, so we should be the same way, loving every color and race, and that we should live together in unity. But man says we must never mix the races together, keep them separated. God tells us, I don't care if y'all get mad at me, if a man lies down with a man the same as one lies down with a woman, both of them have done something detestable. Look up the word detestable. They should be put to death without fail. Man tells us, oh, love is love. Same-sex marriages are fine. Do what you do. Yeah, live your life. And yet, some of you still say the Bible was written by man. Cut the game. Man, I don't care if they get mad too, G, on this. I'm letting you know that if this is your first time tuning into our show and you don't believe in God, you probably are going to get annoyed by us because there is no truth without God. None, man. He is the truth. And we will keep pushing and speaking the truth, even if it means me being placed amongst the undesirables. So be it. Right. God warned us that in our time that his message would not be popular at all.
You're right.
Among the nations. It'll be a day where men will not. And they will hate you. Doctrine. They will hate you for speaking it. So with all due respect, hate me. Please hate me. For real. Not to talk y'all ear off, but we thank y'all for joining us on another podcast of Two Talks. Make sure you join in next week because we're on another deep subject. Y'all gonna love what we're talking about next week. Is something about the music industry that every artist needs to hear, that everybody is aspiring to be an artist needs to hear. Until then, always remember, the truth is always talking. You just gotta listen, man. Shut up and listen. Check for us on radio.com or Krazybone Media. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate and thank everybody for listening. You know what it is. Yes, indeed. What up, y'all? This is Krazybone. I'm Keith G. Y'all make sure y'all check out the next podcast episode. We will be going further into detail, breaking down the whole Agenda 21 issue. This time we're going to go further into depopulation and crazy evil schemes. So make sure you tune in.
Okay. So, as you can see, you know what I'm saying? He took y'all through that. And yes, I'm cooking. I'm sorry. But I'm hungry. But basically, we took y'all through that and how that worked with that. And he gave y'all some fruit about that stuff right there, right? And, you know, it's just that, you know, I had, as that video was playing, I had a deja vu and a remembrance of something. I remember something I said a long time ago. And even, it's not just me, but every believer, every woke person said this. And I remember telling my brother years ago, I told him, I said, yo, and he said the same thing. We agreed. He said, we said that before this thing kick off, you're going to have celebrities and rappers that's going to like start telling the truth. Said that. So they're going to start telling the truth and they're going to start telling what's going on. And they're not going to care or what is going on, or they're not going to care about their fame anymore, or them looking crazy, because they're going to realize it's going to affect their family too. And that's what we have. We have just exactly that. We have where, you know what I'm saying, celebrities are coming out. You're gonna have many more. And the Most High, he use it, man. He using so many folks, man. He uses so many folks, and y'all don't even know it. Like he said, if you're not, like, to the unbeliever, they're gonna be bugged out. They're gonna be really, like, freaking out, wondering what's happening to them. But to the elect and those that know what's going on, it's like we're just like sitting back, like it's open season. We watching and just slipping through the cracks of the events that's happening. Because at the end of the day, you know, yeah, what's happening is scary. Yes, it's really scary. But you also have to understand that you must understand that we have a way out of this. We really do. And the Most High got us. You know, a lot of folks who don't know their Bible, they're going to be freaking out when they see all this chaos and drama happening. And it's only going to be by the Most High, to be honest. It's going to be by the Most High where you'll be able to tell what to do. Because how are you going to be able to tell what to do? And let me explain what I mean by the Most High going to tell you what to do. Give me a second. So, yes, the Most High, when you hear folks in church say, oh, yes, you know, I'm not worried about this or that, because for the simple fact, they love to say they're not afraid, because why? They say that the Most High got them, right? Okay, that's fine. It's fine and dandy. But it's a bad thing if you're saying that, and one, you don't even know the Bible. Your pastor know more than you when it comes to the Bible. Two, you don't even know why these things are even happening. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know the breakdown of what's going on of Revelation. And only way you're gonna be able to go and the only way you're gonna be able to survive is by the Most High giving you knowledge. And the knowledge that you do have, you only have to be able to receive it if you have knowledge of Him already. So if you know the times it is, like for example, the seals, when you know when the seals and the horsemen are being broken, then you'll be able to understand what's going on next. But anyway, you know, I just want to leave y'all with that, and to let y'all know that the Most High got folks coming and constantly prophesying to us. And whatever struggle we're going through, whatever sin we're trying to break, please try and break it. Like I got mine. I'm not perfect. I got mine, but I'm always trying to like do the best that I can. I always try to do the best that I can. And you know that's what He says. He says that in the apocalypse. Hold on now to what you have, you know, until I come. He says that because the world just get to the point where they about to drop. Like everybody's on a breaking point. That's so spiritual. Like, but you can't break. You can't break. You can't allow the Satan to win, because this world is evil. Once you go and you say forget it, once you go bad, there's no going back really, because you're gonna like doing it. It's gonna feel good, and you're gonna feel like it feels right. So I must do it. You know what I'm saying? So please be careful. I'm praying. Pray for me. Pray for my family. Pray for the believers in Christ. Most of all, let's pray for the believers in Christ, because our family is only those that are believing in Christ. That's our true family. Even Christ said it. So I'll leave that with y'all. Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. I'll leave that with y'all. You know, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully I wasn't too over the place. I don't know what I would call it, but I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you.